The title of the video is How to Speak English Naturally. Introduction. Hello, my friends. I'm Peter, and today I'm going to share a story. Not just my story, but one that can inspire yours. Learning English changed my life. It gave me confidence, opened doors to endless opportunities, and allowed me to connect with people from all over the world. But let's be honest, learning English isn't always easy. Today I'll share my journey, the challenges I faced, and most importantly, the strategies that helped me succeed. Whether you're just starting out or you've been learning for years, this video will give you practical tips and the motivation you need to keep going. Part 1. Why English is a game changer. English isn't just a subject. It's a tool that empowers you. Here's why learning English is worth your time. Global communication. It's the most widely spoken language in the world. Whether you're traveling, working, or making new friends, English is your gateway to connection. Career growth. From multinational companies to local businesses, speaking English can set you apart and lead to better job opportunities, higher salaries, and promotions. Access to knowledge. Most books, articles, and online resources are in English. Imagine being able to learn anything you want just because you know the language. Part 2. The common struggles in learning English. I've been there. I know how hard it can be. These are the most common struggles learners face. Grammar rules. English grammar can feel overwhelming with all its rules and exceptions. Speaking confidently. Fear of making mistakes often stops us from speaking at all. Pronunciation and accent. Sounding natural is a challenge, especially when English isn't your first language. Listening comprehension. Understanding fast speech or different accents can feel impossible at first. Consistency. Life gets busy and staying consistent in practice can be tough. But let me tell you this. These struggles are not barriers. They are stepping stones. Each challenge you face makes you stronger and brings you closer to fluency. Part 3. How I overcame my struggles. Here's how I tackled these challenges one by one. Grammar simplified. Instead of trying to memorize every rule, I focused on the most common ones used in daily conversations. I practiced them in real-life sentences and corrected my mistakes gradually. Speaking with confidence. I stopped being afraid of mistakes. Instead, I treated every conversation as practice. The more I spoke, the more natural it became. Improving pronunciation. I mimic native speakers. Shadowing, where you repeat what you hear right after someone says it, was a game changer for me. Listening practice. I started small, listening to podcasts or watching movies with subtitles. Slowly, I turned off the subtitles and focused on understanding the context. Staying consistent. I built small habits, like practicing for just 10 to 15 minutes a day. Over time, these small efforts added up to big improvements. Part 4. Speaking like a native speaker. One of the questions I often get is, how can I speak like a native speaker? Here are some tips that work for me. Focus on intonation and rhythm. English has a unique melody. Listen carefully to how native speakers emphasize certain words and try to copy that pattern. Use everyday phrases. Native speakers use a lot of idioms and casual expressions. For example, instead of saying, "I'm very tired," say, "I'm exhausted" or "I'm wiped out." Learn connected speech. In English, words often blend together. For instance, "What do you want to do?" sounds like "What do you want to do?" Understanding these shortcuts helps you sound more natural. Be yourself. You don't need a perfect accent to communicate effectively. Focus on clarity and confidence. Those are far more important than sounding like a native speaker. Part 5. Using online learning resources. In today's world, we're so lucky to have access to endless resources online. Here's what I recommend. Language learning apps. Duolingo, Memrise, and Babbel are great for vocabulary and grammar practice. Online courses. Platforms like Coursera, edX, or Udemy offer English courses taught by experts. YouTube channels. There are so many channels dedicated to teaching English, like Simply English, where you'll find tips, tricks, and practical lessons. Language exchange platforms. Apps like Tandem or HelloTalk connect you with native speakers who want to learn your language. Social media. Follow English learning accounts on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Even 1-minute videos can teach you a lot. Part 6. My daily English practice. My daily routine is simple but powerful. Morning. Start the day by listening to a podcast or an audiobook. It's a great way to immerse yourself in English from the start. Midday. Spend 10 to 15 minutes reading an article or watching a short video in English. Evening. Practice speaking. Record yourself talking about your day or join a language exchange session. Daily vocabulary. Write down 5 new words or phrases and try to use them in sentences. Weekend challenge. Watch a movie or show without subtitles and try to summarize the plot afterward. Part 7. Grammar and vocabulary tips. Here's how I made grammar and vocabulary easier to learn. Learn in context. Instead of memorizing random words, I learn them in sentences or phrases. For example, don't just learn the word run. Learn phrases like run errands or run out of time. Master basic grammar first. Focus on tenses, prepositions, and articles. These are the building blocks of English. Practice writing. Writing forces you to think about grammar and vocabulary. Start with simple sentences and gradually build complexity. Part 8. My message to you. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep trying. Mistakes are part of learning. Every time you make one, you're growing. Be patient with yourself. Progress might be slow, but every step forward counts. Learning English isn't just about speaking another language. It's about becoming more confident, more connected, and more capable. Imagine where you'll be in a year if you start today. So, take that first step. Conclusion. If this video inspired you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Let me know in the comments, what's your biggest challenge in learning English? Let's learn and grow together. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching this video from Simply English, an educational channel for all ages and all stages. If you're new to this channel and enjoyed this video, please subscribe and press the like button. If you have any suggestions, please mention them in the comments section. Take care, and goodbye.